Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I'm your host Ray.
And I'm Evy.
And today we're looking at Moon Knight, part 2. This is the last 3 episodes of Moon Knight.
I thought they were like, okay. 2 of them show up. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess. Like the two figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're fighting for... They're both fighting. They don't know what's going on,
right? And
the gods show up,
mm-hmm.
right? So they start fighting again.
Yeah.
So they fight again, and then they go back to the desert.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it changes the whole team of the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fight going on. You don't know what's going on, and then one of them kind of win, and it's kind of, I found the whole thing. I need help after.
Okay,
because it's like, oh man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we realize there are gods of Egypt. I keep saying gods of Egypt. It's not really gods, but there are avatars of Egyptian gods.
Right. Yeah.
So Khonshu, who is the god of the moon, Mark Spector is his avatar. So he does his things in his behalf. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the second half we get more. Ethan Hawke is an avatar for one god, and he's an avatar for another god. This doesn't really help you to explain much, but I thought it was really interesting. I mean, it kind of feels like Tomb Raider because you're going into pyramids, and you're battling gods and you're battling demons. It feels like there's a scene where you have like a mummy, actually a living mummy from the past, and it's creepy. It sounds like Jeepers Creepers, and this thing is like jumping around and killing people and taking up. If you know anything about Egyptian mythology, when they mummify somebody, they take out your organs and put in jars.
Yeah.
So you're seeing like real like Egyptian history. Done in a very grotesque, bloody way, not for the faint of heart, and it is kind of creepy. There is a lot. There's a really good love story. I think May Calloway, who plays Layla, his wife, girlfriend, confidant, is extraordinary in this. What do you think of the hippo?
It was interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking, why is that there?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why.
There's a hippo that's a god. I don't know which god this hippo is. I mean, there's a crocodile head. There's one with a dog head.
Yeah.
There's Khonshu, looks like a bird.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, and then we have like a hippopotamus, a female hippopotamus who's like really, really like 21st century talking hippopotamus.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's fun. They say it's a limited series. If it goes on, if it went on for season 2, would you watch it?
No.
No, it's the truth. The final season is the final episode of the season. You either really like it or you don't. There's no. It's very polarizing. I think it's because they when they go to the psych ward too much in this one. There's a scene where the first half there's no psych ward, which is really nice. It's an action film. He's a troubled person. There's something happens to the character, and the metaphor is a psych ward. It's all in his head. But they kind of lose you because they go too much in his head, and you don't know what reality is and what's not reality.
Right. Yeah.
And that is what makes this series difficult to swallow. Now, I like it. I get it, but I think the last episode is what either kills it for you or doesn't kill it for you.
Yeah, it killed me.
So and it does not. But no, you're honest, and that's really good. So I think, as we were just discussing, I think the whole idea of how he plays a character and moves from one to back and forth is almost effortless.
Yeah.
And I think, and I think trying to figure out like the puzzle, like what is really going on, is what keeps you engaged. Mm-hmm. But as you were alluding to earlier, it doesn't stick the landing at the end for you.
Right.
Yeah. If they give you a glimpse of like who might be in it, like you know how
Yeah.
She-Hulk has Daredevil in it and
Yeah.
Abomination.
Have you started watching that?
No, I haven't watched
Yeah,
it
same
yet. But I'm going to watch it very soon, just well for the podcast. But like, I kind of hope, like I hope like if they do so Moon Knight season 2, that who they bring in is what's going to keep you glued. Because let's say they have bring in Moon Knight and werewolves, which might be something they do, or they bring in Moon Knight and Luke Cage.
Mm.
I'd watch it just to see like why.
Yeah, for sure.
Like seriously, like why, you know? But anyways, so that's it. With that, I am your host Ray.
And I'm Evy.
We'll talk to you next week. Take care.